or can be prepared accordingly. So Mahi, you can just admit people who are coming in, all right?
Okay.
Okay, and yes. Okay, you'll have these notes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is how you will be explaining, like for example, the bed making. So when you have the task, if somebody's coming in, Mohammed Saiz, right? So when you have a task, you will have to first of all identify the main task, right? And then the objective. So you will have to explain to your trainee, why do you have to organize this objective? What is the main aim of this particular task? And then you will have to run through on the necessary equipment and supplies. Okay, so this is what we want you to do in your task, and necessary equipment and supplies. So you will have to basically run through what are the key equipments that you will need and why do you need them, right? So which is very simple. So basically you have to highlight on your objective and the necessary equipment. And then you see your time is only 10 minutes. And labor cost is to find out during training. This is usually when you conduct your training, this is how, like how many trainees you're conducting the training for, and each person how many minutes they're taking and how much will you charge them. So this is a bit of a higher level thinking, but then again you will be able to calculate easily based on the expense and the cost that you are incurred with that particular task. All right, so moving on, you will segregate it into 3 basic columns: a task, and how, and the why. Right, so these two, the how and the why, is the most important thing that you will have to highlight it for your students, right? The how and the why. This is very, very important. All right. So first of all, you know your bed making. What do? You will first of all strip the bed away from the wall, and then you strip the bed linen, all the soil linen, and then you will set your place ready. So all that is your basic task, right? So you will have to explain why you need to do all those things. Squat and pull the bed. Why? Careful not to hurt your back, right? And then strip the bed linen from bed. Why? Take care not to dirty the linen. Hygiene reason to look out for the guest belongings. So every stage you will be explaining the why, right? Why do you have to check the mattress? Michelle, why do you have to check the mattress?
So that
So that why? You can read it from the screen. Eric is saying we can't find the link to come.
yeah.
Sorry to disturb. It's the same link, right? It's the same link like last class. One minute, let me reply to him. It's on Times. I don't have my WhatsApp on the laptop. If not, I can just share it. Any one of you guys want to share it with your group? Okay, yes, Michelle, sorry. You were telling me something. 2, why do you have to check the mattress protector and the skirting?
To secure it properly.
To secure it properly and to have a very neat appearance, right? Okay. Now, Mohammed Sayez, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Morning.
Mohammed Sayez, you're in Malaysia or?
Maldives.
Maldives. So it's early morning, right?
Yeah.
Are you awake?
Yeah, I am.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. But again, you just let me know, lah. You don't have to come for the class, okay?
Yeah,
Go
okay.
see the recording. But if I don't put in the recording, just remind me again, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, now you tell me, because you've come for the class, you're awake. Now tell me, why do you need to fold the first bed sheet neat corners at 45 degrees? Have you wondered when you've done your bed making, why should I do the mitre corner at the corners and it's a 45-degree angle? Who taught you bed making? Is it me? Last class, Miss Pauline, is it?
No, Miss Aslinda.
Miss Aslinda, very nice. Okay, so she would have driven you and should have questioned you, should have drilled you to do that particular mitochondria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now tell me why. Why you need to have that mitochondria. And it has to be neat.
For better presentation.
For better presentation, very good. And it's not only with the first bed sheet at the head side you do, towards the end at the foot side also, you tuck in your first bed sheet, your blanket, your second bed sheet together as on the mitochondria, right? Because you get a better presentation, and also the sheets are tucked in with a double fold securely, right? That is why you need to have this double fold, not mitochondria, right? Okay, and place second bed sheet. Watch out for neatness, wrong side up. You guys remember your bed making tasks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see where is my bed making task. If I have the picture wise presentation, then I will just share. Hi, Eric. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss.
You managed to come in.
Sorry?
You managed to come into class.
Yeah?
Good.
Should I call the rest?
Can? Are they awake or waiting outside?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me just show you. Alex Lau. Can you admit him inside, Mahi? Okay. Mahi. All right. Do you... Do you remember this? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is how you do your mitral folding, right? But this is at the foot of the bed. First fold. So this is how you secure it the first time. And then this part is folded again, and that becomes the second fold. So you are having a two fold to secure tight. So one is, as how Mohammed Sai said, it is for better presentation. Second thing is you're tightly securing your bed sheets. It's tucked in neatly, so it doesn't just come out easily, all right? So that is how we complete your bed. Okay, coming back to your training part. Okay, then you put your second bed sheet. Then you tell them why the wrong side up should come up. Okay. Mahi, why? Okay, Eric, because you came in now. Tell
Yes.
me, why do you have to put the second bed sheet wrong side up?
Miss, can you repeat the question again?
Okay, do you remember your bed making? When you do your bed making, you always, when you spread the second bed sheet, it is always wrong side up. Remember?
Yeah.
Screen, yeah. Why do you put that like that, wrong side up?
To cover the bed sheet.
To cover the third bed sheet. It's because usually the second bed sheet, you fold it back, right? That
Yes.
means you fold from outside to inside. And that is why when you fold it like this, you can see this, right? This picture, right? When you fold it back like that, the right side comes up eventually. This is the wrong side, and on top of it is your blanket and then the third bed sheet, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, and that is exactly why you put up your, okay. Right, now let me just tell you all, for those people who came in now, what we're doing now is we're just running through how do you conduct training for your trainees. It's already there on your notes, but I'm just telling you all how do you conduct for a task, okay? Right now I'm running through a bed making task. so that you will be able to do the same thing for your turn down service as well as for bathroom cleaning and for any other task for that matter. Okay, so then first of all, what must you do? You must identify the task, the objective, and the necessary equipment and supplies. And then you will have to split it into 3 areas. So that means the task is your steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So you put that particular step here or the task, and then you tell them how you do it. And then you will tell them, or you demonstrate, or you show them how you do it. And then you will explain why you have to do that. Only then it is registered for your trainees. Okay, remember, this is not about how you do the task, but this is about how you train others to do the task. Are you with me, class?
Yes.
Yes. If yes, show me a thumbs up. Very good, very good. Okay, right. And then now we're talking about the third bed sheet, and okay, to secure the bed sheet at the top, and then we move into the bedspread and pillows, right? The final one. And you push your bed back to the original position. So this part, all you have to explain well. Take care not to bang the bed on the wall, and bed must be positioned aligned to the headboard. Okay, so the small tasks that you explain to them why, that goes a long way that they can remember it, right? So sometimes when you make the bed, you are always asked not to go around the bed, right? So they tell you when you perform your bed making task, finish everything at the head side. If this is the headboard, finish all your tasks or the steps at the head side, then you move to the foot side, right? Why? See, that's why when you pull the bed, this is the first step you do. And then when you go back, you stand at the head and you complete all your tasks. And then finally, you will come to the foot side. Why? Because you don't waste your energy going around and around the bed to getting it straightened up, because it's not just one bed the staff will be doing for the entire day. Maybe at the end of the day, they might have done about 20 beds, they might have done about 15 beds, because depending upon the number of rooms they are subjected to clean, right? And depending upon the size of the bed as well. Some beds maybe a queen size bed, some can be a king size bed, some can be a single bed as well, right? So depending upon all those things, you will have to time them, and you'll also have to tell them not to run out on their energy, all right? So that is very, very important as a trainer to keep reminding them. Okay, so now this is about the task, right? So you have told them the steps, you have told them how to do it, you have demonstrated how to do it, and then you have also explained why they have to do it, right? Okay, so now after this, you finish your task, what would you do? After you've done your task, you said, okay, fine, thank you, this is your mark, and you send them off, or you tell them, okay, this is all about bed making. What do you do after that? Lim Tian Chen, you want to try?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
What would you do after you explain the task and you showed them, demonstrated how you do the task? What would you want them to do?
Ask them to try and do, maybe.
Exactly. Ask them. Tell me. Maybe.
Oh, no, that's it.
Yeah. So basically, you will ask them to demonstrate it back to you, show it to you how you have done it. Only by asking them to do it and show it back to you, you will understand how much they have understood on your training, right? So this is checking on their knowledge level. So maybe you will ask them questions. Hey, how many bed sheets you took to make the bed, right? And why is the second bed sheet wrong side up? And why do you have to do the mitre corners at the foot of the bed as well as at the corners of the bed? Why is it so important? So you will test their knowledge by asking them questions, and you will also test them by checking them, asking them to do a demonstration. Maybe if you have so many trainees, what you will do, you will tell them, okay, maybe you do the mitre corner at the head side, maybe one person can do the spreading of the second bed sheet, folding the bed, and then another person can do the mitre corner, another person can spread out the bedspread. So you will time yourself accordingly so that all of the trainees get to demonstrate it back to you, right? And if you have very less trainees and if your time limit is there, maybe you have a long day, then you get each of them to do it and show it to you, and you keep commenting and improvising. So that from the first trainee to the last trainee, everybody keeps doing it, and the way you comment and the way you keep evaluating them, the other person gets better, right? So by the end of the day, when the last person is trying to demonstrate and show it back to you, they would have covered up all the mistakes and they would show you the perfect task. Are you with me, class?
Yes.
Yeah, so likewise, this is what you will do for your other tasks too. See, bathroom cleaning and as well as your turn down service, okay? So I don't know what are the tasks that you've chosen. What task you want me to run through like this? Do you want to run through the turn down service or bathroom cleaning? What task you want me to run through, class?
Turn down service.
Turn down service, right? Okay, turn down service. Similarly, as I told you earlier, you need to know the task, the objective, and the necessary equipment and supplies. All right. So you will have to have a task, how, and remarks. So this is how you will have to split it. So when you are conducting a training, maybe you can put this in a PowerPoint, or maybe you can put this as one sheet, because this is called as the trainer's manual. So you have this set, and then you will start explaining, okay, what is the need for the turn down service? What is the need for a turn down service? It is called as the VIP service. It is also called as the evening service, and not all rooms get this service, right? Only the executive floor or the club lounge rooms or the VIP rooms, they only will get this second service, right? Evening service. So what do? Evening shift staff will be performing this task, and there's a lot of accessories and the supplies that goes to perform this task. So you will kind of explain and give them a history to set the stage for them to understand the turn down service basically, right? And then you will tell them, okay, what you will do. So there are two components. One is your bedroom and the bathroom. So when you talk about your bedroom, you will explain to them what are the things that you will have to pay attention to, right? Usually you will take bedroom slippers and chocolate or any token that's given from the hotel, foot mat, breakfast menu, doorknob, and goodnight card. So these are the equipments that is required, right? Do you remember that? And what will you tell them? Okay, that's bathroom cleaning. Turn down service here. Okay, so you will tell them to check all the areas so that it's a VIP room. They make sure that everything is appropriate. Okay, nowadays hotels do not use all these for their turn down service, but extra slippers is always there in the room. They will provide, and breakfast menu is also there in the room, right? And doorknob card, goodnight card is also there, always there, and foot mat. I mean, that's the bath mat or the foot mat. And token. Token is something that is nowadays provided by the hotel or not. So it's a choice, okay? But usually these are the various equipment and supplies. According to the hotel standards, hotel policies, and brand standards, it goes on to differ. Like for example, the token can be anything, can be flowers, can be sweets, can be bonbons, or can be sometimes if it's going to be a honeymoon suite or something, the hotels will also provide them wine or champagne, right? It depends upon the guest. So you just give them a brief history about this is not confined to only these. It can also be elaborately done, or it can also be downsized depending upon the hotel policy. So after you explain all these things, you come to your task, right? So why do you need to turn down the second bed sheet, the blanket, the third bed sheet diagonally from the corner? So that it's convenient for the guests to reach to the light switches. So the guests don't have to keep pulling out the bed sheets to sleep inside, right? So to ease their sleep on the bed, that is why you are folding it back. And then why do you place the token or the doorknob, because sometimes you don't miss the promotion of the hotel and the guests don't, maybe they have not seen it behind the door. So something like that. So just to remind them. And also for the ease of the guests don't want to come down for breakfast the next morning. So they want to have the breakfast in their room. So just to remind them, you have this option also to have it in your room. So that is why you will have to remind and put all the doorknob menus and the tokens on the bed itself, on the pillow. Right? And why slippers and foot mat? On the side, it's just for guest comfort, right? And empty ashtrays, rubbish bins, and clean all cups and saucers, because this is the touch-up cleaning service that you provide. Sometimes the guests would have left the newspapers open, so you just touch up the cleaning services, whatever is required in the room. You switch off the lights and you just turn on the bedside and the entrance lights, so that you set up the room and you are preparing up the room for the guests to have a good night's sleep, right? And why, Miss, we have already cleaned the room in the morning. Why do we have to touch up again? Because it's a VIP room, right? And that is why you need to keep ensuring that your service is always best, and you are very concerned with the cleanliness in the guest rooms, and that is why you keep reinforcing the cleaning in the guest room. Right? So this, and in case if there's necessary for you to replace your stationaries and amenities, you will replenish. In case if there's a need for you to replenish anything else, like for example, you might have to do the bed making again. Yes, you will have to do it sometimes, right? And that is also required. So you change all the bed sheets, so you have to do it again. And next area is your bathroom. So what do you need to do there? So you just ensure that everything is intact, it's dry, and the towels are all replenished, the toilet supplies, all the amenities. That is very important. You definitely have to check your toilet amenities. Why? So that the next day morning, the guests don't have to run and keep looking for it, or early in the morning, they don't have to look for that. So that is why you'll ensure during your turn down service that all of it is intact. You will have to replenish and you will have to wipe and dry the floor. This is very important, right? So when you are explaining this to your trainees, you will reinforce that why, the remarks, why you have to keep doing it, right? And after that, you do not step in after that, right? That's what we normally tell them. After you finish your bathroom cleaning, you don't go into the bathroom again. And your lighting, as we just spoke, you have to just create that night atmosphere, set the room for the perfect time to sleep, and you just turn off the lights except the bed standing lamp. And the curtains are very important. So you draw the curtains. You will normally close both the curtains, yeah, your light curtains as well as your dark curtains, right? And you will finally do a check and ensure everything is in order, and you will close the room and you will come out, right? And every stage before you start your housekeeping task, especially for a guest room cleaning, what is the one point you will have to stress to your trainees, especially if it's going to be a turn down service? Just remember, it's a turn down service, okay? So to check their knowledge about it, what is the one thing you will have to tell them before they could actually start everything in the room? Anybody?
Prepare the things completely.
Pardon, Michelle, say again.
Maybe we can ask them to prepare all of the equipments completely.
Okay, that's preparation. Very good. That's from your side, right? From the housekeeping point of view, you have to prepare. Very good. What else? Very, very important task, thing that you do before entering the guest room. Rafik?
Before entering, we need to knock the door.
Very good.
We need to inform housekeeping.
Yes, even before that, even before knocking the door, what must you check?
You have to check if the room is vacant or occupied.
Uh-huh. I mean, it is an occupied guest room. That's why you're providing a turn down service, right? So you need to check whether the guest is inside or not. So that you will check when you knock at the door. But apart from all of these things, there is something else you really have to check.
For the tanda?
Yes, for the turn down.
Is the guest VIP or not?
Uh-huh. Okay. They would have told you, okay, room number 103, 506, 703, all these are VIP rooms. They would have already given you the list, okay? You're not hitting it. You are there. What is the most important thing you have to check? Rafik? Rafik, are you there? Hazul Rafik? Alex Lau?
Yes.
What is the most important thing you have to check?
Before entering the hotel room,
Yes, before entering the guest room, yeah.
what's the most important thing? The room door.
What about the room door?
Check if the lock is still usable or.
You're there, but not there yet. Let me see, class. If you do not do that, it can be an offense against the hotel and you.
D&D.
Very good. Very good, Mahi. Very good. Yes, you will have to always check that before entering into the guest room. So you have to keep reinforcing this onto your trainees at all stages, right? That D&D is something that they have to look for on all the doors, right? Suddenly, the room status would have changed. That means, for example, what do you mean by the room status? Sometimes it can be an occupied room. Suddenly it becomes a vacant, dirty room. That means the guest has checked out. Then suddenly it becomes a vacant, clean room. After the housekeeping cleans, it becomes a vacant, clean room. And after that, once a guest occupies it becomes an occupied room, right? They mentioned O1 or O2. That means occupied by one person, occupied by two persons, right? So by the time you have your status and you go up to the room to check, the guests would have checked in. Maybe the front office would have already said, hey, no, there's occupancy there. So we have just made the room occupied. So you would have thought, hey, on my list, on my guest room list, it is still vacant. So I can just open the door. No, you still have to always perform that task. Check, knock thrice, and then announce housekeeping and you go. But even before knocking, the first thing you have to check on the door is the DND. So as a trainer, as a supervisor, this thought must be instilled and reinforced onto your trainees, especially tasks like bed making, turn down service, bathroom cleaning, and room inspection. You have to keep reinforcing. You have to tell them why, right? Because it can be an offense against the hotel policy and your general manager has to respond to that, right? If the guest is making a big complaint out of it, because it is their privacy that you are invading in, right? So these are the key points that you will have to highlight in your training. So turn down service is covered, bathroom cleaning, okay, you all can manage it. You have managed your bed making, we saw just now, right? And there's basically 3 tasks for your training, right? So you can just run through these 3 tasks and then you can conduct your training, which will be in week 14 for your class. Any questions on this class?
No.
No. And talking about videos, do you have videos of the various tasks? No videos. Do you have the videos? No?
Which tasks?
All the tasks, housekeeping, I mean, bed making, turn down service, bathroom cleaning, do you have? I have videos of how one of the batches have conducted the training. Do you want that for you all to refer?
Yes.
So one crazy diploma batch I've taught before, they're all progressed into bachelor program now. So they have done this task and I've told them to record it for me for my future classes. So they have done that. If you all want it, I can upload it on Times so that you all can refer, right? It's just on how to do, just to get you an idea, but doesn't have to be really that you have to do exactly the way. It may not be right, it may be right, but that's what they have done. Okay, I will share it on Times then so that you all can have a video of that. Okay, so apart from this, do you have other questions for me regarding your tasks or anything? If any of you say, Miss, I'm ready, week 12, I can start presenting because I have 12 students in my class. Maybe some of you can start doing this in week 12 and then week 14. If you are ready, we can do that also. What do you think? Can we do it like that?
So it's just a presentation, right?
It is a presentation. Yes, it can be a video.
So we can record first and then just show the video.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. You can record first and you can give me the video and I can watch the videos here. Or if you say, Miss, no, I want to conduct a training. So maybe we can try it out virtually here. Say Eric's trainee is Alex and Eric is conducting the training for Alex. So you run through the PowerPoint, you will explain how to do, maybe you already have pictures, so you want to conduct it like that. You can also try, why not, on the PowerPoint. Or you can also do a video of you conducting it and then you can send the video. Yeah.
But the video also have to play on the presentation, right?
Video, we can just play it here, yes.
Okay.
Because you don't have to present anything when you do the video, but I'll tell you, okay, Eric, it's your turn now. And then what you do is you play the video. And video, you've already done your task, right? You've explained and you've conducted the training. So you just watch the video. But the choice is yours, whatever task you want to choose. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.